A correspondent candid with 60 Minutes' Bob Simon.
Last month we reported on a story about a man who is now 104 years old. His name is Sir Nick Winton, and he saved 669 Czech children, Jews mainly, during the Second World War.
What made you think you could do it?
I work on the motto that if something's not impossible, there must be a way of doing it.
And in the broadcast we mentioned that Sir Nick had written a letter to President Roosevelt asking him to take in some children.
But the Americans wouldn't take any, which was a pity. We could have got a lot more out.
After the story aired, an archivist in Washington by the name of David Langbart decided to look into this.
And so after seeing the show on 60 Minutes, I decided to see what, if anything, was in the Department of State records here in the National Archives. And lo and behold, I came up with his original letter to President Roosevelt. The letter itself is dated May 16, 1939. It's addressed to President Franklin D. Roosevelt, Washington, D.C., USA. Esteemed Sir, perhaps people in America do not realize how little is being and has been done for refugee children in Czechoslovakia.
Their parents are forbidden work, and children are forbidden schooling. And apart from the physical discomforts which all this signifies, the moral degradation is immeasurable.
Is it possible for anything to be done to help us with this problem in America? It is hard to state our case forcibly in a letter, but we trust to your imagination to realize how desperately urgent the situation is.
And he signed it, "Believe me, esteemed sir, with many thanks, your obedient servant, Nicholas Winton."
Here was a possibility that you'd hoped for and didn't come through. You didn't feel anger?
We had not much time for kind of negative attitudes.
The man has an incredible amount of chutzpah. To do what he did took a lot of gumption, and I thought that this is an incredibly caring man who put himself on the line to help people that he didn't even know.
Now, Sir Nick didn't get a reply from the White House or from anyone in the State Department in Washington.
You received a return letter from a medium-level political officer at the American Embassy. That is an insult. You didn't feel insulted?
No, I didn't know enough about politics to feel insulted.
Personally, I wish that the United States government could have done more. I'm not sure that anybody really recognized what was coming as far as the Holocaust. The United States opened its doors to the extent that the law allowed at the time. I wish it could have been more, but it wasn't.